Krishna. The devotees, thank you all so much for being here today. Our fortune is immense. We are super fortunate to have with us His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji. Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji doesn't need any introduction. He is very well known across the entire world now. Prabhuji is based in GEV and he is the Dean of Bhakti Vedanta Vidyapeeth, which is one of the prestigious institutions now in entire ISKCON, where they offer 2-year courses. And Prabhuji has written many books, many wonderful books. Often the Subodhini guides are very well known to all. In fact, his contributions in the form of his books are unparalleled. Many people, many hundreds and thousands of people got attracted to Bhagavatam by Prabhuji's efforts. We are very grateful that Prabhuji is here. Prabhuji's deep knowledge in scriptures and his wonderful way of storytelling enchanted everybody's heart. And it has continued to enchant everyone all around. And Prabhuji has a very amazing skill of presenting the highest philosophy in a very accessible way to everyone, so that even children can understand and relish bhakti. We know many children are attracted to Prabhuji's classes and they follow Prabhuji and they're regularly attending. Many of them are continuing with Bhakti Sastri and many other courses. So all glories to all the services Prabhuji is offering to ISKCON and all the devotees. It is our great fortune that we get to hear Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for being here. We look forward to have your association more and more with our traditional way. Let us welcome Gauranga Prabhuji by 3 loud. 3 Praise Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurinmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the devotees at ISKCON Farmington Hills. I'm very grateful to all of you for coming in such large numbers, even on a weekday evening, Monday evening. We all have gathered here to discuss Krishna Katha, which is the life and soul of spiritual life. Without significant effort put in discussing Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, without sufficient absorption in the glories of Krishna, entire spiritual life appears very dry. In fact, the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam says, Vina Harer Guna Piyusha Panat, means a devotee should mold one's life in such a way that without drinking the nectar of Lord Hari's qualities, Lord Krishna's qualities, the devotee cannot stay peacefully. devotee feels something is missing in my life. Today I could not hear Krishna Katha. Today I could not study Srimad Bhagavatam. Today I did not discuss anything about Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela with other devotees. We should feel that vacuum. We should miss that experience of discussing Harikatha with other devotees. Because discussing Krishna Katha is the life and soul of spiritual life. It's not just a gathering where we want to get some new information or entertainment or excitement, but it is a way of keeping ourselves Krishna conscious. We are here to practice Krishna consciousness. This is International Society for Krishna Consciousness, right? So one's Krishna consciousness can be greatly enhanced by discussing about Krishna in the association of devotees. And that's what is happening throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. The sages of Naimisharanya and Suta Goswami sat together discussing Harikatha. Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami discussing about Krishna. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur, and Sanatana Goswami, sometimes they sit, three of them just sit together and discuss Krishna Katha. On the banks of Godavari, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai sit together and discuss Krishna Katha. Significant time in a day of a devotee is spent in discussing Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha acts like a medicine for the material disease. Nivritta tarshair upagiyamanat bhavaushadhat shrotra manobhiramat ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vinapashughanat. Nivritta tarshair upagiyamanat. One who is completely devoid of any material hankerings, material desires, can take pleasure in Krishna Katha. And one who takes pleasure in Krishna Katha can get rid of all material hankerings. Nivritta tarshair upagiyamanat bhava aushadhat shrotra manobhiramat bhava aushadhat. So this Krishna Katha is like aushadha, means nectar, medicine for the disease of material existence. Bhavaushadhat shrotra manobhiramat. Shrotra means ears, mana means heart or mind. Abhiramat means very attractive. Krishna Katha or Srimad Bhagavatam is very attractive to the ears with its sound and very attractive to the heart with its meaning. The meaning impresses and attracts the heart, and the sound of Bhagavatam shlokas, Bhagavatam pastimes attract the ears. Shrotra manobhirama. Ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vinapashughnat. Who will not take interest in Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities? Unless one is a butcher, unless one is a Pashughanat, unless one is a merciless killer of other living entities, one cannot stay without relishing Krishna Katha. That's what Bhagavatam says, 10th canto of Bhagavatam says, right? So, today we'll discuss on an important theme of why does Krishna delay his mercy? Apparently, it seems that Krishna is not merciful upon us, or Krishna is not sufficiently graceful or merciful towards us. Apparently, there is some understanding like that or misunderstanding like that. So, why it seems that Krishna is delaying his mercy? Yes, he is merciful. Mercy comes definitely, but when? That's a question. Right? When? Some people ask this question. There is so much of adharma going on in Kali Yuga. So many people are exploiting others. There is a lot of abuse, a lot of exploitation, a lot of injustice, a lot of manipulation, malpractices, aviniti. Yeah. Why God doesn't come? Why we have to wait till the end of Kali Yuga for Kalki's appearance? I think Kali Yuga has already sufficiently advanced. In 5,000 years only, let Kalki Bhagavan come now itself and chop off everybody that. One may think like that, unable to tolerate the pangs of this material existence. Correct. Yes, we should feel disgusted with the ambience in this material world. That disgust will lead to detachment. And the detachment will lead to attachment to Krishna. So, now let's analyze this point. Although there is so much of adharma going on in this material world at the present moment, still Krishna doesn't immediately make his appearance to stop that adharma, because he gives us an opportunity to rectify that adharma on our own to some degree. When the child is trying to solve a mathematics problem, 14 plus 23, that's a problem. Addition problem. Small child, first grade or second grade, trying to solve. Father can immediately come and say 14 plus 23, 37. Give the answer. And the child is happy. He'll go out and play. But when the child will not learn, right? So the father has to wait for the child to just solve the problem on his own. If the child is stuck, the father may give some help, little support, right? Please do like this. First, 4 plus 3 you try to count. Then 1 plus 2 you count. So just give some inputs so that the child will be able to solve the problem on his own. But if the father directly gives the answer, child will become lazy and complacent to learn, isn't it? Similarly, the Lord also, if he directly gives the solution, then the living entity may become complacent. We become complacent. With our own voluntary spirit, with our own resources and intelligence that Krishna has given us, we should try to rectify the adharma. We should try to solve the problems that might come. And at one point, Krishna will definitely appear. For example, once the Devatas, because of some offense they have done, they have lost all their kingdom. They lost their heavenly positions. They all went to Lord Vishnu. Oh, please, Lord Vishnu, please help us to regain our heavenly positions because of our own offensive attitude. We have lost everything. What was the offense? Indra became very, very proud and he disrespected Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni gave him a garland. Indra neglectfully threw that garland on the elephant Airavat, and Airavat trampled under his feet. Oh, Durvasa Muni became extremely furious. You are so proud of your material opulence. Indra, I curse you. May you lose your opulence. He cursed. Then he lost everything. All the Devatas were on roads. They went to Lord Vishnu and they offered a prayer to Vishnu. Please help us. Lord Vishnu could have immediately reinstated Indra in his position as the king of heaven. Immediately. But he did not do that. He said, please go to the king of the demons, king of the Rakshasas. Who is that at the time? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj. So all the Devatas had to go to Bali Maharaj and negotiate with the Devatas and have an agreement. And finally, according to Lord's instruction, they had to come together to churn the milk ocean and bring out nectar. And finally, they got the opportunity to rule the heaven once again. So sometimes the Lord may solve a problem. He has the capacity to solve the problem, but sometimes the Lord doesn't do that. Sometimes the Lord will enable us only, inspire us only, instruct us only to solve the problem. So all the Devatas had to endeavor so hard, keeping aside their egos. They have to go and beg the demons, can you please cooperate with us? Can you please churn the milk ocean along with us to produce nectar so that we can share that nectar? So he had to, the Devatas had to do something, had to put some endeavor. The Lord could have directly given them the pot of nectar, or without even drinking nectar only, without drinking this Amrit only, the Lord would have directly reinstated them on the Simhasan of Swargalok. But he did not do all that. He made them undergo. So the simple answer to the original question is, why does the Lord give his mercy instantly? Why there is no instant mercy? Although he is completely capable, why does the Lord delay that mercy? Because during the delay, he wants us to work hard. He wants us to earn it, not become lazy, not become complacent. We have to do sadhana. There is a beautiful shloka in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is in the context of Damodar Leela. Mother Yashoda churned milk for Krishna. She offered her own milk to Krishna. Then she started chasing Krishna to discipline him. And finally, she caught Krishna and she tried to bind Krishna with a rope, the rope of her love. Krishna did not want to get bound. So, although Yashoda Mata is trying to join so many ropes, still the ropes were falling 2 fingers short in binding Krishna. So finally, Krishna looked at the parishram, the endeavor of Mother Yashoda, and he became merciful. Swamatuhu svinna gatraya visrasta kabarasraja drishtva parishramam Krishna kripayasit svabandhane. Swamatuhu svinna gatraya drishta visrasta kabarasraja. So Krishna looked at his mother. She was perspiring. The hairs on her hair, the flowers on her hair were falling off. Malati flowers were falling off. She was perspiring. She was tired so much. Seeing all that, Krishna became very, very merciful. Drishtva parishramam. Seeing the parishrama, seeing the hard endeavor of his devotee, who is his own mother, Yashoda Mata, Kripaya, Krishna became very merciful. Asit svabandhani. Then he allowed himself to be bound. Here 2 points are mentioned. Parishrama of a devotee and Kripa of Krishna. So why does Krishna delay his Kripa? Because the devotee is not sufficiently doing Parishrama, endeavor. If you think that Krishna is delaying his mercy, why Krishna is not merciful upon me? Please question yourself. Am I putting sufficient effort? I am trying to do this service, but the service is not happening. Then you question yourself, is this effort sufficient? Am I sufficiently serious in doing this service? I am chanting since 10 years or 20 years. Why am I not getting taste in Harinam? Some devotees have this question. Then you need to question yourself. Before asking the question, you question yourself. Yeah, you are chanting since 10 years or 20 years, but are you putting your concentration? Are you putting your full effort and heart into this process of chanting? Is your chanting casual or serious? We need to question ourselves. I am sitting with a book, Srimad Bhagavatam. I am trying to study Uddhava Gita or Kapila's teachings or the process of creation or Kunti Maharani's prayers or Bhishma Dev's prayers or Gajendra's prayers or some episode of Bhagavatam. It could be a pastime or it could be philosophy. Some episode you are trying to read. But am I being prayerful in my reading or am casual? I'm reading one page and some message comes and I'm checking this message. Then again, kidhar tha? First paragraph is finished. Okay, let me read second paragraph. You forgot the first paragraph already. If our practice of bhakti is casual, how can we expect Krishna to be serious in giving his mercy? Therefore, there is delay. Right? You can't expect instant mercy of Krishna when the intensity of bhakti is missing. When the intensity of practice is missing, then Krishna will take his own time to respond to the prayer. If it's a casual prayer, Krishna will also take some time. Casual. So, actually, the Lord doesn't delay mercy. The Lord is eager to give mercy. The Lord is extremely enthusiastic to give mercy. He has given mercy even to great demons also. Padbhyam bhakta hridistabhyam vandyabhyam loka vanditaihi angam yasyah samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam यातु धान्यपि सा स्वर्ग भवापजननी गतिम् कृष्ण भुक्तस्तन क्षीराः किमु गावो नु मातरः. Although Krishna's lotus feet are visible to some great meditators and great yogis only within their mind once after hundreds of years of tapasya, still Putana could embrace Krishna. Putana did not just get a trace or glimpse of Krishna's lotus feet within her heart. Putana got to see Krishna, touch Krishna, feed Krishna her milk, and embrace Krishna. So much so that Krishna is not leaving her only. Angam yasya samakramya bhagavan api tastanam. He says, Krishna, leave me, leave me, leave me. But you know, Krishna, I want to embrace you. If Krishna comes and embraces you, will you say, Krishna, leave me? Yes, Prabhu. But Putana says, leave me. But still Krishna is not leaving. That's how eager Krishna is to give mercy. Even to demons, what to speak of devotees. Right? Angam yasyaha samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam yatu dhanyapi sasvarga bhavapajana gatim Krishna bhuktasthana kshiraha kimugavo nu mataraha. If Krishna is so eager to give his mercy to Putana, what to speak of other devotees? What to speak of the cows of Vrindavan, all the gopis of Vrindavan who lovingly offered milk to Krishna without any poison. Putana offered poisonous milk. Still, she got mercy. Uddhava says, so beautiful. In the third canto of Bhagavatam, Uddhava says, Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam jighamsaya payayadapya sadhvi lebhe gatim dhatruchitam tatonyam tam vadayalum sharanam vrajeba. Aho bakiyam, this Baki, the sister of Bakasur, the sister of Aghasur, Putana, such a glorious family where there are two brothers and one sister, completely in contrast to the families of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, two brothers and one sister. Here is another set of two brothers and one sister. Oh my God. Ahobakiyam stana kalakutam. She has applied kalakuta poison on her body. Jighamsaya, with a malicious intention. Apayed, she offered milk to Krishna. Asadhvi, unchaste. Lebhe gatim dhatruchitam tatonyam. But she got a gati, a destination which is befitting Dhatri, a mother. Kamvadayalum sharanam rajema. Who else is there who is more merciful than Krishna? Whose shelter should I take other than Krishna's shelter? He is so merciful. If Krishna was so merciful towards Putana, giving her a motherly position in the spiritual world, if Krishna is so merciful towards Aghasur, Aghasur came with a malicious intention to kill the entire cowherd community. Complete cowherd community. He wanted to kill. He wanted to kill the Gopas first, then also the calves. When the Gopas and the calves are killed, their mothers and fathers will also go. All the cows also will die. That was the intention of Aghasur. But what did Krishna do? Krishna gave liberation to Aghasur. What is this? And I'm chanting 16 rounds every day. No mercy on me. Aghasur gets mercy. Bakasur gets mercy. Putana gets mercy. Shishupal gets mercy. Shishupal was blaspheming Krishna so much left, right, center. Hundreds of times. And Krishna released his Sudarshan Chakra. Apparently, he killed him, but he gave Shishupal liberation. Apparently, Sahyajya Mukti, but actually Salokya Mukti and Sarupya Mukti. He has given him. And me, I'm chanting every day. I'm worshipping Krishna every day. I'm taking notes in my Bhagavatam class. I'm hearing Bhagavatam every day. Although we are doing so much, at least we feel that we are doing so much. We are not getting mercy. That's our complaint, right? Then that creates a doubt in Krishna's grace. Yeah, we have only heard promises that Krishna is merciful, Krishna is merciful. We have heard so many stories from Bhagavatam. But when will it happen? The answer is Parishrama. Then what Parishrama did Aghasur do? What Parishram did Putana do? What Parishram did Shishupal do? How did they get mercy? Why am I not getting mercy? That's a question of common people. Actually speaking, just let me give you an example which you can relate with at this moment. Say you are in a position to give mercy, right? Somebody came to the temple, very new person. For the first time, he came to the temple. You are here as a preacher, right? So he comes and doesn't offer obeisances to the deities, for example. Will you go and chastise him? Scold him? Huh? For the first time he came to the temple. You will not scold him, right? You will just wait. Okay, fine, let him come a few times, then I will tell him other etiquettes and all. But if somebody comes, a seasoned devotee, say you happen to be a little senior and he's little junior to you, but still he has been coming for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. He doesn't come and offer obeisances, or he does some mischief during the classes. Will you go and give feedback? You have to tell him. You should not. So you're not supposed to do like this. No, this devotee is already doing so much sadhana. He's affiliated with you, but you are giving him correction and feedback, and the new person you are not giving any correction. Why you are so merciful towards the new person? Why are you strict with the old person, with the seasoned devotee, with the practicing devotee? When more is given, more is expected. Right? Don't compare yourself with someone who is getting some extra mercy and complain that Krishna is not merciful upon me. Somebody who's extremely sinful like Putana or Aghasur or Shishupal, they may get some extra dose of mercy. But that should not make us complacent in our bhakti. Right? Vishnu Chakur Thakur writes in one purport, that which is pure by nature and that which is purified by force are different. Right? Krishna is showing some extra mercy upon Putana or Aghasur or Shishupal, etc., etc. Because, or Ajamil, for example. Ajamil committed so many sinful activities, but at the end of life, he just chanted Narayana. And he got mercy. He did not go to hell. So, all these examples of extreme mercy created doubt in us. Why is Krishna not merciful upon me while he's being merciful to so many people who have committed so many sinful activities? It should not create a doubt. Please understand, Shastra is like mother. Sometimes mother may hug a child. Sometimes a mother may slap a child also. May punish a child or give a feedback to the child. Not sure if it happens here, but I received so many slaps. I'm telling about my childhood experience. Right? But whether the mother slaps a child or punishes a child or scolds a child or lovingly cares for the child, mother is definitely the greatest well-wisher of the child. Similarly, whether Krishna punishes somebody or protects somebody, ultimately Krishna is very loving and caring towards all his devotees. There is no doubt in it. There is no compromise in it. There is absolutely, you don't have to doubt Krishna's intentions or integrity when he's delaying his mercy. We should have complete trust on Krishna's merciful attitude. So whether the Lord is killing someone, some demon, or protecting some devotee, ultimately is manifesting mercy only according to their mood. So coming to the case of Putana and Aghasur, Vishnu Chakravarti writes that Krishna is extremely merciful in Vrindavan. Okay, Krishna is generally merciful, but in Vrindavan, Krishna is extra merciful. Don't take that as advantage and then commit all kinds of sinful activities. That's not the message here. Right? The message is not that. You should only see that if Krishna is merciful towards Putana, how much merciful he is towards me. But still, if I'm not perceiving that mercy, probably there is something lacking in my own sadhana. Let me correct it. Let me rectify it. Right? So, and Putana had a background also as Ratnamala. Then coming to Shishupal was Jaya in his past. He was a doorkeeper of Vaikuntha. Ajamil, what about Ajamil? Ajamil was not a doorkeeper in Vaikuntha. He was not Bali Maharaj's relative. But why did he get that mercy? By the way, Ajamil did not go back to Godhead. He was only saved from entering hell because he chanted Narayana, 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 Narayana thousands of times with affection while calling his son. And he also chanted the name Narayana so many times when Yamadutas came. When Yamadutas came, Ajamil chanted Narayana several times in an anxious state of mind. This affectionate chanting of the name Narayana and this anxious chanting of the name Narayana, so both of them acted in favor of Ajamil and he was protected from hell. Vishnu personally came and protected him from entering hell. But he did not go back to Godhead immediately. He was given a second chance. Srila Prabhupada writes an entire book on this theme, A Second Chance. One of the books that I have read long back in IASC days, in my college days, 2005-06, like that I was reading this book. Beautiful book, A Second Chance. So Ajamil only got a second chance. Again, he went to Haridwar. He gave up all his sinful activities. For 12 years, he did intense sadhana. He was hearing and chanting the holy names of the Lord. And after 12 years, Vaikuntha airplane came and took him back to Godhead. Is it clear? So, come back to the original point that we were making. Drishtva parishramam Krishna kripayasi swabandhane. Krishna has to see our parishrama, our endeavor. Yes, sometimes Krishna can give mercy causelessly. There is no cause, it is causeless mercy. Krishna can give causeless mercy to all of us sometimes, and he can directly take one back to Godhead. That's fine. There are some special cases. But what are we supposed to do? Should we just wait for Krishna's causeless mercy, or should we also put some effort from our side? We can't just enter the exam hall and they give answer script. Yeah, they give you 2 hours time. You have to write something. You can't say, okay, the teacher will pass me automatically. Teacher is very merciful. I will be getting some extra grace marks. If you keep on having that kind of expectations and don't put any endeavor at all, you are just being complacent. You put your effort, do your best. He may not be the best, but you do your best. Try your best. Then Krishna will show mercy, right? If Krishna has given some mercy to someone, even if they did not try so much, that's okay. He has that privilege. You don't have to question him. If you have given mercy to Purtana, why can't you give me? At least I never gave you any poisonous milk. I was only giving pure milk. Krishna, how many times I have made you offering? Huh? On a silver cup, I'm giving you pure organic milk. I boiled and and cooled it down to some proper temperature so that you can drink. I was chanting mantras, I was ringing bell, I closed curtain, I did so many things. And Putana gave poisonous milk, and you made her a mother in the spiritual world. At least make me a friend in the spiritual world. If not mother. If you can't give me Vatsalya Rasa, at least give me Sakya Rasa. At least Dasya Rasa. At least. Dasya Rasa. When we negotiate like that. But see, we need to do what is there in our hands, not what is there in Krishna's hands. Right? You don't dictate what Krishna is supposed to do. He knows what to do. He told us what to do. What should we do? Sadhana. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoha Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. This is our job. When will Krishna show his mercy, compassion, kripa, and take us back to Godhead? That is his problem. That is his responsibility. We are no one to dictate him. We cannot demand, we cannot dictate, we cannot command. Krishna, you have to give me mercy in this way. No, he has that privilege. When to give mercy, it's up to him. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, morning we were in the kids class, we were discussing. Ananyascintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. If you analyze this shloka, Shri Shri Radha Gopijan Vallabh ki jai. If you just analyze this shloka, most people directly go to the last line. Right? If it is 2.47, people read only first line. What is that? Karmanyeva adhikaraste. After that, they don't read. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. That's all. Full shloka, can you please tell me full shloka? I don't know. I only heard Karmanyeva adhikaraste. I have the right to perform my work. At the max, some people will go to second line also. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't expect results. But second half, not many people will understand. And when it comes to 9.22, people directly go to the fourth line only. They forget the first three lines. What's there in the fourth line in 9.22? Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Krishna has to take care of my yoga kshema. But they ignore the first three lines. When will Krishna do yoga kshemam vahamyaham? When will he take care of you? Krishna will supply whatever we don't have. Krishna will protect whatever we have. Krishna will provide if you don't have something. Krishna will protect if you have something. He is my provider and protector. So why is Krishna not doing it? Because he did not follow the first three lines. You directly want the last line, Prayojan. What about the first three lines? Ananyascintayanto mam means without any distractions, without any deviations in the mind, are we always remembering Krishna or not? Ananyas chintayantomam, are we doing that? Or anya chintayantomam? Ananya or anya? Anya means something else. Ananya means nothing else except Krishna. Are we in Ananya mode or Anya mode? We are often or always in Anya mode. Once in a while we come to Ananya mode. How can we expect Krishna's mercy immediately? Before the last line becomes true, which is Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham, we should implement the first line. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Without any distractions in the mind, let's meditate on Krishna. Let's take shelter of Krishna. Ye janaha paryupasate. Paryupasate. Upasana means worship. Paryupasate means perfect worship. Is our worship perfect? Is our consciousness perfect while worshipping the Lord? Huh? First question that. Ye janaha paryupasate. Then third point. Tesham nitya abhiyuktanam. Nitya abhiyuktanam. Nitya means every day. Abhiyuktana means to be completely immersed in the practice of bhakti. Are we regularly, consistently immersed in the practice of bhakti, or are we aspiring for some breaks here and there? When you say Ananya, that Ananya also includes pure motivations, no ill motivations, right? As the first canto of Bhagavatam says, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradhokshaje ahaituki apratihata. Ahaituki means without any material motives. Apratihata means without any interruptions or inconsistencies or irregularities. Is our bhakti like that? Then Yoga Kshema Vahamyaham will happen. But if we ignore the first three lines of the shloka and we want the fourth line to be manifest in our lives, then we are having wrong expectations. Are we taking the process of bhakti seriously? Prabhupada has written so many books without sleeping in the night. He had spent so many sleepless nights, hardly sleeping for a couple of hours at that age, advanced age in 70s. He's writing books, so many books. But how much are we reading them? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended on this planet to give us this holy name of Krishna. Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, means always chant my holy names. Krishna said in the middle of Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 14th shloka. There are 700 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Shloka number 350 is, what is shloka number 350? Anyone knows? 9.13. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashrita. What is 9.14? Shloka number 351. I just quoted. Satatam kirta yanto mam. Always chant my holy names. So Krishna kept these two shlokas in the middle. So Satatam kirtayanto mam. Always chant the holy names of Krishna. That Krishna already said in the Bhagavad Gita, but people have not taken it seriously. So Krishna waited for 4,500 years so that we can take that instruction seriously. Still, we did not take that instruction seriously. We are thinking that why Krishna is making me wait for his mercy. But how long Krishna has to wait so that we follow his instructions? We make Krishna wait. We don't accept the instructions of Krishna. We don't follow the instructions of Krishna. We'll make him wait, but we can't wait for his mercy. That's the problem of a sadhaka. So Krishna waited for 4,500 years. People of Kali Yuga did not take the instruction seriously. So Krishna personally came. Let me come and personally take the form of a devotee and chant the names of Krishna and teach them how to chant. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam swaprema nama mritamatyudarah apama ramyo vitatara gauraha krishno janebhyastamaham prapadye. So to give us Krishna prema through Krishna nama, Krishna personally descended from his dham to this material world in the form of a devotee, not in the form of the Lord. He became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he personally chanted Krishna's names. And he taught all of us how to chant Krishna's names. And he is relieving us from all miseries. Sadatam janata bhavatapaharam paramartha parayana lokagatim navalehakaram jagatapaharam pranamami sachi sutagauravaram. Satatam janata bhavatapaharam. Krishna is very, very eager to destroy all our material miseries. He's extremely merciful. When Mahaprabhu descended here, he left Sachi Mata, he left Vishnu Priya Devi, he left all his loving associates in Navadvip and accepted sannyas for what? For us. Just to deliver the conditioned souls in this Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left his loving associates and accepted sannyas and shaved his head. Krishna is eager to reclaim us. But are we eager to receive that mercy? That's the question. Are we eager to follow the instructions of Krishna? Are we eager to absorb ourselves in the process that Krishna has given us? There is lack of absorption on our side. When there is lack of absorption on our side, we can't blame Krishna. Why is Krishna delaying his mercy? Why is Krishna not merciful upon me? Why is he making me undergo so many difficulties? It is said that karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. By practicing bhakti, our karma will be burnt to ashes. We have heard so many promises. Why am I still suffering so many reactions, karmic reactions? Is this karma only? If it is not karma, then why is this problem? Maybe Krishna is causing. Why is Krishna causing so much problem in my life? We have questions. But we have not sufficiently, or many struggling sadhakas have not sufficiently taken seriously the path of bhakti. Ananyas chintayantamam, there is lacking in ananyas chintayantamam. Paryupasana, very, very shallow upasana. Tesham nitya bhuktanam, there is no nitya, there is no regularity in our Bhagavatam hearing or chanting. There is no regularity, or there is no absorption, even though there is some regularity, even though there is some consistency in terms of daily doing it, but there is no involvement or absorption in that process. Therefore, Yogaksham Vahamyaham, will not immediately manifest. In fact, in Yoga Kshemam also, yoga means our attempt to connect with Krishna. Kshema means Krishna's reciprocation with that attempt. Krishna said, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. You know what is Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham? One meaning of Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham is Krishna will provide whatever we don't have, Krishna will protect whatever we have. That's one meaning. Clear? Krishna will supply what we don't have, and Krishna will preserve what we have. That's one meaning. But there's another meaning. Yoga Kshema Vahamyaham means the word yoga indicates our attempt to connect with Krishna, our parishrama. And the word Kshema means Krishna's reciprocation. That is Kripa. Drishtva parishramam Krishna kripaya sitsva bandhane. Right? We have heard two words from Damodar Leela. One is parishrama, our effort. Second is mercy, kripa, Krishna's mercy. Now you bring in these two terms into Yoga Kshema Vahamyaham. Yoga means our attempt to connect with Krishna. Kshema means Krishna's reciprocation with that attempt in terms of giving us prosperity and protection. Right? So Krishna promised Yoga Kshemam Vahami Aham. Vahami means I will carry. Aham means I. I will personally carry the burden of the maintenance of my devotees. And Krishna did not say Kshemam Vahamyaham. He also said Yoga Vahamyaham also. Means I will facilitate the spiritual practice of my devotee also. Even the practice of my devotee, even the spiritual practices of my devotees is also my responsibility. And reciprocating with that spiritual practice is also my responsibility. I hope you're able to catch this, right? Yoga means our attempt. Krishna says, I will take that responsibility of his attempt also. This devotee's attempt also. Means even our practice of bhakti depends on Krishna's mercy. Means he's giving us so many opportunities to practice. He's giving us so many facilities. He himself appeared on this planet in a human form, Krishna, Rama. He, or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself, he performed so many pastimes. He performed bhakti also in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he had sent so many acharyas to enlighten us. He had given us so many scriptures to educate us. So how many ways Krishna is trying to reclaim us? He's trying to reclaim us in so many ways, isn't it? Although Krishna is trying to reclaim us, show his intense mercy on all of us in so many ways, still we are not taking the process sufficiently seriously. Still we are so many lingering material desires are there in the heart, somewhere deep within. Still there is some attachment to name, fame, prestige. Still there is some attachment to enjoying material comforts. Therefore, there is some delay. Krishna wants us to become more serious. Right? Some concession is given to extremely sinful people sometimes, but at the same time, once you come to a more serious practice of bhakti, it's important for us to intensify that practice to actually receive Krishna's grace. He's ready to give grace, but he wants us to become a little more serious. Let me give some examples. Narada Muni in his past life was the son of a maid servant. You know that, right? How many of you know that story? Narada Muni in his past life was the son of a maid servant. During the monsoon season, he got the golden opportunity to serve some sages, Bhaktivedanta sages. For about 4 months, he served them. He received so much of spiritual inspiration from them. And eventually, he developed Shraddha or faith in Bhakti. Then he associated with the sadhu, sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya, anarthavati. He passed through all the stages of bhakti and finally he became a premi bhakta. He developed prema, Krishna prema, right? So one day after his mother's death, he was meditating on the bank of a river under a tree. He was meditating on Lord intensely. Dhyayataha charanam bhojam bhava nirjita chetasa. So he was meditating intensely. Then the Lord mercifully gave him darshan. The beautiful form of Lord Vishnu, a four-handed form, was visible in his heart. He became extremely fortunate. But after a few moments, he lost that darshan. He got a glimpse of the Lord's darshan. He got a glimpse of the Lord's mercy. But after some time, he lost that darshan. Again, he intensely meditated. He followed the same process, but he is not unable to see the Lord. Mercy is gone, mercy is withdrawn. Then Narada Muni felt, oh, Lord, why are you not revealing yourself to me? Darshan is closing. Very, very. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopijan Vallabh ki Jai. So Narada Muni was disappointed. Why? The Lord is not visible to me anymore. I could only see him for a few moments. I want to see him more and more. But you know what? The Lord became audible to him. He was not visible yet. Earlier he was visible for a moment, but he withdrew his darshan and later he started speaking to Narada Muni. He said, my dear boy, no more darshans for you in this lifetime. For the rest of your life, I will not be visible to you. Oh my God, such a harsh statement by the Lord personally to a 5-year-old child. 5-year-old child. Why? Why no more darshans? I am already on the prema level. Narada Muni at that time, he was on the level of prema, love of God. He passed through the stages of Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, all this, and he came to Bhava and Prema level. But the Lord said, I will not give my darshan to you anymore in this life. Why? You still have some material taints. Material taints in this 5-year-old child who is on the level of Prema? It seems very surprising. But Acharyas say, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says that, my Hari. So the Lord is, maybe the child can be taken somewhere else. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So the Acharyas say that Narada Muni's prema is at infancy level. And Krishna wanted his infant prema to become youthful prema. So your prema or your love for me is on an infancy level, but I want it to be more developed and it should come to youthful level. Means to intensify his love, intensify his affection, intensify his prema, the Lord is delaying his mercy, delaying his darshan. When there is delay in the Lord's showering of mercy, we should not think that the Lord is not merciful, the Lord is neglecting me, the Lord is ignoring me, the Lord is not merciful. That should not be the perception. Maybe something is lacking in my own effort. Maybe I need more purification. Maybe I need more intensity in my bhakti. Is it getting too intense? I'm just trying to remind myself that I need to be intense, okay, in your association. You only told me. Yesterday you gave me this topic, how to intensify bhakti. And today you gave me this topic, why does the Lord delay mercy? I don't know who has chosen the topics. I'm just reciprocating with your with your request. Still yesterday I kept it mild, but today we cannot keep it mild. So Narada Muni at that level of prema also the Lord is testing him. The Lord is trying to make his bhakti more intense. When there is a delay in the Lord's mercy, then we'll understand, oh, the Lord is delaying mercy. I need to be more intense. I need to do my sadhana more. My chanting must be more prayerful. My reading must be more prayerful. So when we increase that intensity of absorption in our sadhana, then we will get Lord's mercy. Right? So don't just be carried away by the extremely merciful examples in Bhagavatam. Yes, that will give us hope, not make us complacent. You can't say, Hare Krishna gave mercy even to Putana, who gave him poisonous milk. I am much better than Putana. I am very, very advanced than Putana. If Krishna showed so much mercy on Aghasur, why can't he show mercy upon me? I am more exalted than Aghasur. Anything happened here? Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Okay. So there's some sparks, some firecracker works going on upstairs, it seems. Oh, still going on. Hare Krishna. So we may think that we may compare ourselves with demons sometimes and say demons got more mercy, therefore I need not perform any devotional service. Even if I'm a demon, Krishna will be merciful. Yes, he is merciful. He is definitely merciful towards all living entities because we're all his children. Parents are naturally merciful towards kids, even if they're naughty, isn't it? Parents are merciful and affectionate and compassionate towards children, even if they are very, very naughty. But in the heart of the hearts, parents expect their children to be more disciplined, cultured, well behaved, isn't it? Although a parent may love a naughty child, the parent's expectation or hope is let the child not be naughty, let the child be very disciplined. Of course, some naughty behavior is little sweet, but sometimes when the naughtiness crosses certain limits, it's very annoying. It may bring bad name to the parents also. So when that mischief is within certain limits, it's okay, it's sweet. When it crosses certain boundaries, it's not sweet anymore. It's very annoying, embarrassing. But still, parents love the children. Similarly, even if the living entity is so demoniac, commits such abominable sinful activities, and becomes a dog or a cat or a cockroach or a animal or a worm in stool also, Krishna's love for that living entity will continue. It will be intact. Krishna stays right within the hearts of all those living entities. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. But Krishna's intense desire is let this living entity come to proper consciousness. Not this kind of consciousness, not this degraded consciousness. Let them come to normal consciousness. That is Krishna's desire. He expects us to be more serious in our bhakti without any distractions. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. That is his expectation. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mahamanusmar yudhyacha. That is his expectation. Maya vesya mano yeva mitya yukta upasate. That is his expectation. Although he may be merciful, but still, let's see, a devotee should not just see the Lord as a merciful father who tolerates my mischief. We should see the Lord as someone who is supposed to be served. I am here to serve the Lord, not just take undue advantage of his merciful attitude. Krishna said in the Gita, what is that shloka? Apiche suduracharo bhajate ma mananya bhag sadhureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hisa. Even if my devotee does so much of durachar, still I will consider him a sadhu and I will show my mercy. That is his magnanimity. But we are not here to take undue advantage of his magnanimity. We are here to act in a way that is pleasing to him. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Should we, if a child feels that whatever I do, my parents are loving and caring towards me, but I must do something to please my parents. That is more advanced, right? If a child thinks that I must somehow please my parents, instead of thinking that I can do anything, my parents will not scold me. Who is a better child? Similarly, to become a good child of the Lord, good devotee of the Lord, we should act in accordance with his expectations. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Are we on the level of sarva dharman parityajya? Mam ekam sharanam vraja? Did we take that exclusive shelter of Krishna? We need to question ourselves, right? Yes, Krishna is merciful, but that mercy manifests in reciprocation with our approach. Our approach has to be sincere, serious, without any ulterior motives, without any selfish agendas. when our approach towards Krishna is sincere, then Krishna's reciprocation also will be very palatable and sincere. Right? Krishna is eager to give us mercy, eager to protect us. Krishna rakshatu no jagatraya guro Krishnam namadhvam sada Krishne nakhila shatravo vinihata Krishnaya tasmai namah Krishnadeva samuthitam jagaditam Krishnasya dasosmyaham Krishne tishtati vishvametadakhilam He Krishna rakshasva mam. Oh Krishna, you're everything to me. Please protect me. He is the only protector. There's no one else who can protect us as much as Krishna does. But to bring the whole discussion to some conclusion, actually this topic will never be concluded. We can go on and on. But to bring it to a conclusion today, how do we express our intensity and longing and eagerness to reconnect with Krishna and receive Krishna's mercy? By chanting his holy names. Definitely, service has its role to play. Bhagavatam study has its role to play. And many other devotional activities that we do have their own roles to play in bringing us closer to Krishna, undoubtedly. But chanting the holy names of the Lord has a specific seat, especially for Kali Yuga sadhakas. Because chanting is your direct heart-to-heart connection with Krishna. And no one is there to evaluate it. There may be some guides who may help you assess your chanting level. That's great if you have that privilege. But actually speaking, say when you make a garland, for example, someone has made this beautiful garland with some white and pink flowers, yellow flowers, and some green leaves. Flower or leaf, I don't know. This is one. So like that, devotees have made a garland and it is visible. And many people will see it directly on the body of the Lord, deities. And there may be some appreciation also. Oh, this devotee makes nice garlands. Or you cook something for the deities, for the devotees. If the cooking is very nice, you will get some appreciation. Or you sing kirtans, bhajans, play flute, or play harmonium, play mridanga, play so many instruments. Then devotees will appreciate us, some claps, some appreciation. Or you give a class, yeah, if it is good, then people will appreciate us. You study, how many shlokas did you learn morning? So many kids were trying to recite some Bhagavad Gita shlokas within 10 seconds accurately. So somebody is putting a competition here, right? Whoever recites the shloka accurately in the shortest time will get more claps. What is the competition? Anyways, that kids are reciting shlokas within certain time. So, in all these devotional activities that we do, someone is seeing us, appreciating us, clapping. But in japa, this devotee has chanted so attentively, clap for him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Do we say that? Our chanting, we have to do self-evaluation. Am I sufficiently being prayerful in my chanting, in my connection with Krishna, or because I'm not getting any attention in this, let me be casual in chanting, and because I'm getting so much attention in other services, let me put more energy in it. Oftentimes, while performing our sadhana bhakti, the attention attracting devotional activities will come in front line, and this kind of activities like chanting, where we will not get so much of public adoration or respect, they will go in the background. Does it happen sometimes? I'm distributing books, for example. Say we managed to distribute 100 books or 300 books today while on the streets or wherever. Then, oh, this Prabhu has distributed so many books, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So many claps, names are announced, numbers are announced. In that there is some public attention. Many of the services that we do with our body, mind, senses, intelligence, they may get some public attention and claps and It's good. It's good. Devotees are happy with our service and we feel encouraged. We can take it as a blessing. All that is fine. But chanting should not be sidelined. Chanting is one activity where you are directly connecting with Krishna by chanting his names, and nobody is there to clap or whistle or appreciate or even evaluate or observe. Once in a while, when you are dozing off in japa, someone who is sitting next to you may say, Prabhu, get up, get up. That's all. Prabhu, wake up. And some devotees get some water and then spray on the face. I have heard like that. I never saw. But in the olden days in Brahmacharya ashram, some people used to do. I have heard like that. So, but in chanting, we may not get so much of public attention. Therefore, oftentimes it is sidelined. It is not taken so seriously. All other services are great in connecting with Krishna, but that 1.5 or 2 hours of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, if we can be more prayerful, if we show our intensity, if we put some parishrama, means effort, in concentrating on chanting, then we can perceive Krishna's mercy. We can experience Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, we may keep complaining that Krishna is not merciful. Or we may not keep sufficient faith that, oh, this process is working or not for me. So, how much the name of Krishna can protect us? How much the name of Krishna can give us shelter? The scriptures are repeatedly saying this. Scriptures repeatedly emphasize on the importance of chanting the holy names of the Lord and the reciprocation that holy name gives us. Holy name, just the holy name of Krishna brought great transformation in Mrigari Hunter. Just the holy name of Krishna brought so much of transformation in that lady who came to distract Haridas Thakur. Just the name of Krishna enabled Dhruva to get the darshan of the Lord within 6 months. What sadhana did Dhruva do? He just chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya for 6 months. That's all. Just that one mantra chanting for 6 months brought Lord Vishnu from Vaikuntha and in front of Dhruva Maharaj's eyes. Dhruva Maharaj opened his eyes and he saw Lord Vishnu. So holy name has that power. If we take shelter of that holy name, definitely we can experience Krishna's unparalleled mercy. We will not unnecessarily blame Krishna or get overwhelmed by the unpleasant material circumstances around us. We need to count our blessings, not complain that, oh, I did not get this, I did not get that. We need to count our blessings. How many blessings that Krishna has given us? If we reflect, am I qualified to be in the association of devotees? Am I qualified to chant the holy names of the Lord? Do I deserve to be in a temple and study Bhagavatam or speak Bhagavatam or hear Bhagavatam? Am I eligible to enter the altar and worship the deities directly? Without my desire or deservance or eligibility or qualification, Krishna has given me access to so many spiritual privileges. Let the heart be overwhelmed with gratitude for what we have received. But a struggling sadhaka's heart is often overwhelmed with complaints, perceptions that Krishna is not merciful. These devotees are not merciful. They are blocking my progress. They are doing this, they are doing that. Oh, let the heart be overwhelmed with gratitude for Krishna and not complaints against Krishna, complaints against the situations or devotees around us. When we have that gratitude, with a grateful heart, with a humble heart, if we chant Krishna's names, then we can definitely experience Krishna's mercy. We feel overwhelmed that, oh, Krishna has been so merciful upon me, a fallen me. Instead of thinking that why Krishna is not showing his mercy upon me, we'll say, how can Krishna be so merciful upon me? You saw the difference in consciousness? When the consciousness is not pure, we say, why is Krishna not merciful upon me? But when the consciousness is pure, then Krishna, how can you show so much mercy upon me? Your mercy is so inconceivable. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami in the Chaitanya Charitamrita tells us, if at all you have some logical capabilities, if you want to apply logic, apply all your logic to analyze Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's inconceivable mercy. I forgot the Bengali line. If someone remembers, you can tell me. So just use your logical capabilities to understand how merciful Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Patra patra vicharanam na kurute na swam param vikshate deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabho सद्यो यः श्रवणे क्षण प्रणमना ध्यानादिना दुर्लभम दत्ते भक्तिरसंस एव भगवान गौरः परम मे गतिये पात्र अपात्र विचारणम न कुरुते. The Lord does not differentiate between who is eligible and who is not eligible in giving mercy. He will just indiscriminately give mercy. Nasvam param vikshate. Who are my party, who are outsiders. He doesn't have the discrimination. Deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabhu. Should I give him mercy or not? He doesn't differentiate. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't sit and analyze. Kala pratiksha prabhu. He doesn't wait for the time, right time. I will give mercy at this time only. Actually, he's very eager to give mercy. But because that eagerness to receive mercy is missing in the sadhaka, therefore there is a delay in the mercy. Not that Krishna is delaying mercy. Don't think like that. We are delaying to receive that mercy. There's a delay from our side, from our end. In fact, the best or one of the topmost qualities of Krishna is his eagerness to show his affection upon his devotees. And the best part of ourselves is to reciprocate with that mercy of Krishna and receive that mercy of Krishna. That's the best part of ourselves. The topmost of Krishna's qualities is his mercy, and the topmost of our qualities is to receive that mercy. But we are not manifesting the topmost quality. We are manifesting so many lowly qualities. Therefore, we are feeling lonely in this world. But if we actually, instead of manifesting lowly qualities, if we think ourselves lowly in a humble mode, then we will not feel lonely. We will think that Krishna is always with me. Right? We have to think ourselves low, lower than a blade of grass. No, lower than a straw on the street. If we think ourselves so lowly, then we will not feel lonely. Because in such a humble state of mind only, we'll experience the presence of Krishna, mercy of Krishna in our lives. If that humility is not there, if there's only demanding mentality, if there's only complaining attitude, then where is the possibility of experiencing mercy? There is only complaining, cribbing, always. For that, we can chant the holy names of the Lord. Only when we have humility, we'll be able to chant. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Only when we are humble at heart, we will be able to chant the names of Lord Hari sincerely and seriously. With a heart filled with grudges, negativity, lust, envy, pride, greed, disappointment, discouragement, disgust. How can we focus on the holy name of Krishna? Although holy name is so powerful and merciful and accessible, that power and mercy of holy name will act upon us when we are receptive. And that receptivity is humility. The receptivity is non-different from humility. The receptive power is non-different from humility. When there is humility, then we can receive that mercy of holy name. Then holy name will do miracles in our life. Shatruchhedaika mantram sakalam upanishadvakya sampujya mantram samsarochheda mantram samuchita tamasah sangha niryana mantram सर्वैश्वर्यैक मंत्रम व्यसन भुजग संधष्ट संत्राण मंत्रम जिह्वे श्री कृष्ण मंत्रम जप जप सततम जन्म साफल्य मंत्रम शत्रुच्छेदैक मंत्रम. This Krishna mantra can completely destroy all our enemies. Sakalam Upanishad Vakya Sampunja mantram. All the Upanishads and different Vedic literatures are doing puja of this mantra. They are worshipping Krishna mantra. Sakalam Upanishad Vakya Sampunja mantram. Samsarochheda mantram. Only by chanting the names of Krishna, our samsara, our entanglement in this cycle of birth and death can be completely mitigated. Samsarochheda mantram. Samuchita tamasaha sangha niryana mantram. Sarva Aishwaryaika mantram. Sarva Aishwaryaika mantra means this holy name of Krishna can give us access to all Aishwarya. Aishwarya here does not mean dollars and cents and pounds or rupees. This Aishwarya is the opulence of love of God. Krishna Prema. Krishna Nam will give us access to Krishna Prema. Sarvaishwaryaika mantram vyasana bhujaga sandhashta santrana mantram. All our misgivings, shortcomings, bad habits can completely be eradicated, just like some mantras by a snake charmer can subdue snakes, right? Similarly, this Krishna mantra can subdue the snakes of our anarthas. Vyasana bhujaga sandhashta santrana mantram. Jihve Sri Krishna mantram. Japa japa satatam janma safalya mantram. Therefore, utilize your tongue in chanting the holy name of Krishna and make your life meaningful, purposeful, fruitful, and successful. Otherwise, human life will be wasted without taking shelter of Krishna's holy names. When there is intensity and absorption in our sadhana practices, and especially the chanting of the holy names of Krishna, then we can experience Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, we cannot expect Krishna's mercy. Still, he is merciful, but he waits. He waits. And in that waiting period, he tries to increase the intensity of our absorption. There is a delay in Krishna's mercy sometimes, and the delay is to increase our determination. He delays only to boil the milk. When the milk is boiled more and more and more, it becomes condensed and thick. Similarly, when Krishna delays his mercy more and more and more, then our longing increases, our eagerness increases. We become more absorbed and more eager to receive his mercy. When that intensity and longing increase, then our love of God will be condensed, more condensed. Then Krishna is very happy with that intensified love. So the conclusion is, let us do parishrama to receive Krishna's kripa. He is always ready to give his kripa, but he wants us to do some parishram. Even without parishrama, he can give. But if you put some parishrama, if there is some voluntary commitment to the path, that will make him happy. He doesn't want to forcefully give his love upon anyone. If we voluntarily long for it, if we are eager for it, then we can receive it. Like when there is no hunger, even if you eat the most delicious food, you cannot digest, isn't it? But when there is hunger, oh, even if the food is very simple, you can relish it. Similarly, in our spiritual life, we need to increase our hunger. And what is spiritual hunger? Eagerness. If we are eager to receive Krishna's mercy, that eagerness will make even a small trace of mercy very sweet, and we become overwhelmed with gratitude. But when that eagerness is not there, even though we are getting so much of mercy, we don't value it. So let us cultivate that eagerness, cultivate that spiritual hunger, cultivate that longing, cultivate that sense of emergency. Then we can definitely understand and realize how merciful Krishna is. I seek all your blessings so that I also cultivate that eagerness and longing and not just speak about it. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Do we have time? Okay. One or two questions if you have time.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for giving us some direction for for tomorrow. Prabhu, while you were sharing about, I want to understand, I want to get some clarity on when Agasur was also trying to harm the Gopas, covered boys, the cows. We also see a similar thing in the Pastor of India where he was trying to harm the Jewel. So is that the understanding that both their intention was to harm the Brajmati? What is that that's different that the Lord has, the mercy that he gave to both is different in the case of Agasur and the case of, so because I feel that the intention is the key in both. In whatever way it is, he wanted to bring them closer to him. Whether it was Agasur, when his reciprocation towards Agasur or Indra. Can you elaborate and shed some light?
Yes. When Krishna gave liberation to Aghasur, that is his mercy, definitely. And Aghasur had a very great sinful background. And Krishna showed some mercy and liberated him. And one more reason that Acharyas give is that Aghasur, for a moment, he experienced that pleasure seeing these Gopas. And the Gopas experienced great pleasure in entering Aghasur's mouth, thinking that it's a nice cave. Thus, Aghasur gave so much of happiness to Krishna's associates, the Gopas. Even for that moment of that service that Aghasur has done, unintentionally, Krishna bestowed so much of mercy. Similarly, Putana also. Although she tried to kill Krishna, but still she acted like a mother. Her attire was like that of a mother. As soon as Putana entered Krishna's room, Krishna looked at her and thought that, oh, this is like my mother Rohini Mata. For a moment, he remembered Rohini Mata, and that definitely acted in favor of Putana. Coming to Indra, Indra was a devotee. But Indra was not like Aghasur. Indra was not like Putana. Aghasur and Putana intentionally wanted to serve Krishna, but unintentionally ended up serving Krishna. Intentionally wanted to harm Krishna, but unintentionally ended up doing some service to Krishna and his devotees. And Krishna showed some extra mercy. But in Indra's case, he intentionally wanted to harm Krishna and Vrajavasis, but that was circumstantial. Indra was a devotee. But for a moment, in that situation, he was momentarily carried away by anger and pride. But within 1 week, he realized it. He went and begged forgiveness through Surabhi. But Aghasur never said sorry. Putana never said sorry. Krishna forcefully purified them for their unintentional service. But in the case of Indra, he is a servant. He is constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. As the king of heaven, Indra was ruling and administering various managerial affairs in this entire material universe. That is basically Indra's service to the Lord. But while doing that service, he was little carried away by some pride and anger. And within a week, he realized it also. So Krishna did not kill him. So when Krishna reciprocates with different people in different ways, there is a reason for it. He knows it. And Acharyas will also make us know. And sometimes we may not even know, but still we should trust Krishna. His judgment is correct. Although apparently there may be some commonalities in the mistakes they have made, but we don't just compare only those mistakes. You see the entire background. Aghasur had a great sinful background, and Indra had a lot of devotional background. But he was mixed devotee, not a pure devotee. He did some mistake and Krishna corrected him. Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Yes, Prabhu.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Darshan, Prabhu. I really very much appreciated the whole class and very eye-opening for me. So, when you said that you quoted the yoga verse, that how Krishna also helps or nourishes, supports the practice of a devotee, daily practice of a devotee. So, can you please elaborate on that?
Even the opportunity to chant Hare Krishna or associate with devotees or study the scriptures or worship the Lord, deity, all these are facilitated by Krishna only. For example, in the case of Dhruva, he just desired to get a position superior to Lord Brahma and to take revenge on his stepmother. With that desire, he entered the forest. But it is Lord Krishna who inspired Narada Muni to go and guide Dhruva. One little boy, 5-year-old child, he wanted to worship me. Just to worship me, he left his home. He left his palace and he's entering the forest. Narada Muni, go and guide him. Teach him how to practice bhakti. See, the Lord has facilitated Dhruva's devotional service, isn't it? And when Dhruva did the devotional service under the guidance of Narada Muni, the Lord came and reciprocated again. So Dhruva's yoga is taken care of by the Lord. Dhruva's kshema is also taken care of by the Lord. Similarly, the opportunities that we are receiving to practice bhakti in our life is also coming from Krishna. And that reciprocation after you practice, that also comes from Krishna only. Yoga and kshema, both. Thank you very much. Last question.
Vishnu, thank you for a wonderful class. My question is regarding in general. So we say that Vasudeva is a literary incarnation of the Lord. There is one statement by Prabhupada that, at the maturity of his devotional service, he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Maturity of his knowledge.
Maturity of his knowledge.
Vyasdev always had the maturity. But in this pastime, you see, Vyasadeva wrote so many scriptures for the welfare of humanity. But when Narada Muni came and specifically enlightened him by speaking his past life story, and instructing him on the difference between materialistic literatures and spiritual literatures, and specifically advising him to write Srimad Bhagavatam in a devotional way, then Vyasadeva demonstrated his super mature knowledge. So after receiving instruction from Guru, Vyasadeva wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. In that sense, Vyasadeva wrote Bhagavatam in the maturity of his knowledge. And also this pastime depicts that the importance of Guru. It depicts the importance of Guru in one's life. However exalted you may be, you should always keep yourself under the instructions of Guru, direction of Guru. So by receiving knowledge from Guru, your knowledge becomes mature. Right? So, does it make sense? Okay. Thank you very much. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Praise Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening all of us with your amazing classes. We pray to our Lordships to inspire Prabhuji to come year after year to enlighten us and rejuvenate us. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And next time, our humble request from all of us so that we can have more number of days and more number of classes. So let us express our sincere gratitude to Prabhuji by 3 loud Hari Bols. Praise Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji ki.
We will end the Zoom meeting now.